Blessing, blessing what? God. Ingrid, Isa, Pentagon, Gold, Gold. So parang pinitay, favorite sa credits. Okay lang. Wait, nung ganun ko, isisingin. Sabi na, pipiliin, kung saan niya, pipiliin. No, siya, dirato sa try. Sa try. Is, eh? That's a sentence. Melita, okay, if we this Melita Sileke, diba? Ito. Within. Right. Okay.
Was also relieved.
Relieved. Why? Why relieved?
So it's in process was
You were teaching your patients,
Hi, Shafiq.
and
We can
now
hear
that
you.
I'm patient, I can be. All right, let's settle down. So we're gonna start with induction now. Right. Can you confirm that South Cape is on? Right. Fantastic. Um, so yes, we are excited to welcome you on this journey. Welcome to Within Code, and we are hoping that you are here to stay. Forget the other stuff I said off the record. Right. We are excited to have you guys. And Within Code doesn't work without you, and you don't work without us. So let's try and work together and make this thing a success, right? Right. So this is the process. This is where we are right now. So we are at induction week in February 2025. So your first year is gonna start in Feb and it's gonna end in September this year, right? And then your year two starts in October and it ends in May. So this is the period that I was telling you about. So in between year one and year two, you might have a few days off. But other than that, we are cruising. I'm not trying to scare you, giving you a reality. Right. So from there, you're gonna go on your internship. That's if you qualify. And to hear more about who qualifies for internship, uh, Mpo is gonna tell you more about that. All right. Mpo from placements. So from June to November, we are going to assume that you're on internship and you're not at my friend's store telling him about Python. And then you're gonna graduate in December. It's gonna be a good December next year. Huh?
sorry, which December? 2026.
2026. Okay. All right. So this is your breakdown of day one. Just a second. So for day one, we're gonna do an overview of why you are here within code. We're gonna share the within code vision. We're gonna set a context for you, who we are, where we are, and where we're going. Also in respect to the team and project as well. We're gonna talk about the code of conduct with Gile. We're gonna talk campus operations with Amanda, and we're gonna introduce them thoroughly. For now, just know their names. We're also going to talk campus operations with Shafiq. You saw him just now. And we're gonna talk about student engagements with some guy called Johannes. He went out, but he'll be back. I'm Jay, I'm not Johannes. All right. For day one, we also have days, but you're gonna run them with your performance manager, Sandy and Koi as well. So just a quick introduction into the Google Workspace, some of the projects, and we're gonna just do a minor hello world and then submit it to test out our submission systems. And then just before we end of day one, we're also going to have registration and fingerprints. You already done registration, so we're just gonna do fingerprints, right? So you sign the form that gives us permission to check your criminal record, right? Or you didn't see that? You signed it under the influence. Okay, that's fine. But we have permission to check your criminal record. And then tomorrow, we're gonna start with the serious stuff. The technical stuff with the campus team, sorry, not the campus team, but with the performance team, as well as the curriculum team. And then we're gonna end it off with accreditation with Ruan. And we can ask that question that you asked about NPF 6 to NPF 7. All right, and then for day three, this is where you're gonna talk everything that has to do with placements. We're gonna talk partnerships, the reason why we are at a TVET campus, even though we are within code, right? And we're gonna also talk marketing within SWAT. Right, so let's kick it off with our day one. I'd like to call upon Kilego to come and tell you more about just an overview as well as the code of conduct. Okay, can you welcome?
Hey everyone, you guys will hear me at the back? Can you hear me? All right, cool. Hi everyone in South Cape. I'm not sure if you guys can see me, and I'm hoping you guys can hear me. So as you mentioned, I am the Director of Operations at Beacon Code. So I'm pretty much in charge for your entire student experience while you guys are at Beacon Code. So you guys will be seeing me and I'm doing that quite a lot. Okay. But we'll do a meet the team a bit later. What I'm going to be covering now is an overview of why you guys here. Why you guys sitting here right now. This is why you guys are here. So can you which
It's this one. It's okay.
this one is
Yeah.
all right, cool. Jay.
Oh, I'll work on that.
All right, cool. So in terms of the weekly code vision, right? So what we're trying to achieve is basically to shift Africa from becoming consumers of tech to the creators of tech. When you guys think of tech innovation, which country or continent do you basically think of first? China and okay. Why else? Why is Africa not on that list? So basically, that's basically what we're trying to do is to make South Africa basically a tech innovator, similar to the other countries that we have, like your India's, your China's, the Silicon Valleys, right? That's on a larger scale what we're trying to achieve. But on a more deeper scale, we're trying to train Africa's top tech team. Okay, so you guys are sitting here today because you took the opportunity. As you guys know, it's not easy to get funding to study in terms of social education in South Africa. It's quite difficult. But what we're trying to do is to bridge that gap. All right. So our mission is to democratize education. So we're trying to provide exceptional, good quality, free education to people and individuals that we know don't necessarily always have opportunities to study further. All right, so that's basically why you guys are here. We're also trying to bridge the skills gap. Tech skills are in demand. All right, as you guys know, even with COVID, everything was just online. That's when the booming opportunities came for tech opportunities across the world. Okay. And then also trying to drive economic growth. So the nice thing about Beacon Code compared to other institutions is that we not only just recruit you guys, train you over a period of 16 months, and then just leave you for the vouchers and the shops. What we basically try to do is also provide you guys with opportunities for placements. So we actually work quite closely with a lot of companies, reputable companies, who have from us every single year for you guys to have opportunities to actually get employment. So that's what differs compared to other institutions in South Africa and globally. Right, so we not only recruit, we also train and then replace you guys. Right, and then lastly, we're also promoting inclusivity and diversity. So we try to make sure that our cohort always includes students from different backgrounds. So not only focusing on the things that we ignore is your financial background. We ignore your educational background. As long as you have the aptitude and the passion for coding, you guys will make it through. All right. So it all depends on you guys, how you guys see this opportunity. It's your opportunity to waste. Yeah. Okay. So that is basically why you guys are here today. So we do have quite a proven model. We started off in 2016 with a quota of about 90 students, but now every single year we're able to recruit about 400 students. We've also started partnering quite a lot with TVET colleges, but Ruth's going to speak more about them when she covers public partnerships. Essentially, what we're doing is we have smaller cohorts that are placed at the different TVETs. It's the same model that we do with our private campuses. It's just that you guys are the smaller cohorts, but it's literally the same thing, same model and everything. So we've recruited about 2,000 students since inception. Over 1,400 have graduated. 49% of our cohorts are women, right? So a big thing that we've done at Beacon Code is including more women into our program. As you guys know, tech has always been seen as that job where you're sitting in a basement, sitting at your computer. It's not like a female-oriented job, but we've actually done quite a lot to ensure that our cohorts include more women. Okay. We have 4 campuses right now. We have our public campuses, private campuses at Joburg here in Rosebank. We also have one in Cape Town, and then 2 private public campuses that are opening up today, which is this one in CJC, and then we also have another cohort, which is South Cape College in the Western Cape. Okay. We work with quite a lot of partners, guys. We have over 65 partners who hire and sponsor our students every single year. And it continues to grow. 87% of our students are currently in permanent employment, earning a student. Okay, so see the stats speak for themselves. So it's up to you guys if you guys will be part of this journey up until the end. Our values. There's 4 values that basically govern how successful you guys will be in the program. A lot of it you've also already been tested in your boot camps. The first value being
Patience.
Very great.
Grit. Wait, what is okay? The first one is grit. What is grit? When you speak of grit, what are we referring to? Yeah, keep going, right? Guys, it gets tough. We think code can be easy when you make it easy. It becomes difficult when you, depending on the amount of people that you put on. Right? It gets tough. First year could be smooth sailing, come second year. That's when a lot of the drop-offs happen. Because students just don't have the grit. They don't tell themselves every single morning that I need to keep going, I need to keep pushing. When it gets tough, I need to push through. Right? Grit is the one thing that I can definitely tell you guys will help you make it to the end. But it's something that you need to constantly keep reminding yourself of. Constantly keep telling yourself and telling your peers. All right. If you see someone struggling, remind them, hey, grit, will make you get to the end. Right. Second value. Curiosity. What are we referring to when we say curiosity?
Is it to always ask why are things?
Exactly.
Yes, I was right.
What is it responsible?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's curiosity. So what is curiosity? I ask why. Yeah, always eager to learn more. I think the best development that come out of Weekend Code are the students who ask why. Not just given content and then just take it as is. Always asking why is it done this way and not this way? Just having that curiosity to ask questions is what's going to get you today. Okay. Next value on the slide that you guys have. What's the next value? Someone else at the back.
Working together,
Unity, working together. Something that was very much instilled in your boot camps. Yeah, peer-to-peer learning. Oh, but what is Ubuntu? What is Ubuntu, guys? What's Ubuntu, guys?
I think we can say it's just maybe help
Sorry?
the next person.
Yes, helping the next person. So guys, we think of it as a peer-to-peer learning environment. The performance team will get a bit more into that. But essentially, you learn from your peers. There's no lecturers here. No one's standing in front of a board explaining everything to you guys. You guys need to learn from each other. Okay? So Ubuntu, you are because of other people. Okay? So a lot of the times, the students who struggle in the corner, please don't. There is so much support provided to you guys at Weekend Code, not only from your peers, but the performance team, the operations team, the whole team is behind you guys. We're here to back you up. So if you're struggling, please let us know. Okay? There's always support provided.
Last one.
Last one? Last one?
Responsibility.
What is it?
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Well, it's really up to you. As I said, we think code is an opportunity that was handed to you, but it's really a responsibility to show up for yourselves, to show up for your peers, to show up for your family, to show up for the goals you've set for yourself. That is all up to you. Okay, we cannot force you guys to come to campus. If we tell you guys you have to be on campus 40 hours a week and then you don't show up for yourself and then you get dismissed, it was your responsibility to manage it. Okay? We're all adults, I'd like to believe. And if you don't take responsibility for your own future, for your own decisions. Honestly, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing Amanda can do about it. There's nothing the performance team can do about it. But the responsibility is all up to you. Okay? To make sure that you get to the end. So my goal is to make sure every single person who's sitting here is present at graduation, is placed, and is changing their lives. Because the opportunity provided to you guys is to change your lives. All right? We get over 20,000 applications every single year. 60 of you guys made it here. So please make it worthwhile. All right? Cool. So,
Thank you. Okay, I'm not sure if I told you, but Kelly is the director of operations at Within Code, right? Director of operations meaning that everything that is operations related, it's her responsibility. Kelly came in, and everyone's journey at Within Code is fascinating. He placed me at Within Code and Lisa and now
they're on my team.
yeah. Yeah. So she came in as the placement lead or coordinator, but now she's like the big boss. Okay. All right. I'm going to introduce you to the team. I'm not sure. Can someone confirm if everyone's on the call? Everyone is. Okay, perfect. All right. Firstly, we have what we call the CEO's office. In the CEO's office, we have Antinya, the lady of the house, the chief executive officer at Within Code. Sorry, whenever I call someone's name, can they maybe just tell us what their department does? Do we know if Nyari is in the call? Oh, okay. All right. No problem. And then still in the CEO's office, we have Sam and Lawrence. Sam and Lawrence. Sam, I think I saw Lawrence. Lawrence, are you in the call? Lawrence, Mr. Mwanza. Okay, probably busy. Yeah, okay. So Nyari will be coming to join us today sometime. Right. And moving on to finance and commercials, we have Setu Komani as well as Chris. Setu is our chief commercial officer, and Chris is the commercials lead. Chris, Setu, are you in the call? Guessing
Who is
not.
in the call so she can speak?
Right, but these are the people that are responsible for going out there. It doesn't seem like it's Setu.
Can you hear us, Jay?
Is she in the call?
Jay, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Can
I think they can't
you hear us, Jay? Jay, can you hear us? Jay, hello.
I don't think
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Ruru can also speak on the commercial side of things.
Please repeat that one.
Ruru can also speak on the commercial side of things.
I'm losing you. I think please give us a few minutes. Let's reconfigure our sound issues.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'll stay here just so that you at least have something to test the sound on. So I guess I'll just keep chatting until it works. Yeah. Yeah, she is. She can speak on it. So they're just setting up the sound so that they can at least hear us. And we can just keep testing. So yeah. I don't know if Rue's talking to us because she's on mute.
No, I'm talking to someone in my office here.
Okay, cool. Because it
Yeah,
looked
but
like you were.
doesn't matter because BJC can't hear us currently, so it's fine.
All right. Yeah,
go
can
on.
you hear us now?
Perfect. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
we had a tab clicking over, but we can hear you now.
Okay, cool. So then we could probably start with Lawrence, seeing as that he is back, so he can give a brief overview of the CEO's office.
Yes, please. Lawrence.
It seems he has disappeared again, but I'm pretty sure he was listening in. And Sam's also busy connecting audio, so she could also probably chat to us. We'll just give it a moment. Hopefully they're not having Wi-Fi issues that side. Okay. We'll see. Maybe we can move on to Rue.
Yeah, I think in the meantime, let's move on to Ru and then we'll come back to the CEO's office.
All right, perfect.
All right. Ru. Ru is Rubimbo, the Director of Public Partnerships. She's mainly the Ru.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to We Think Code. For CJC, I look forward to meeting you in person on Wednesday. For South Cape, I'll meet you sometime in the next couple of weeks. But the finance and commercials team is the team that makes sure that We Think Code remains stable from a financial point of view. Tinashe is our head of finance and compliance, so he makes sure that all our money is right within We Think Code. And he is making sure that we are we're in line with all of our compliance and all of our spending and all of the money that comes in. He makes sure that everything is tip-top and working. Setu, she heads up our she's the lead of our commercials team. So she is making sure that from a commercials and from a public partnerships perspective, we are bringing in the funding that is required within We Think Code for it to continue moving. And it's also looking at the growth of We Think Code and making sure that from a resources perspective, we are aligned from a private partnerships as well as a public partnerships perspective. Chris is working within the commercials team as well. He is primarily focused on private partnership funding and making sure that we are building and managing the relationships with our private sector partners. So you'll see him in a lot of conversations with the likes of the Old Mutuals and the banks that we work with, the telcos that we work with that have been funding We Think Code over a while. And he's also growing the pipeline so that we continue to have partners long beyond when we are still within the organization. On my side, I'm working on the public partnerships arm, so that's looking into our local government funding and making sure that we're building our public sector partners. Part of those partnerships are with the TVET colleges, which is how you came about as the two campuses that are opening up this week. So my work has been primarily to make sure that we are partnering with the right TVET colleges that want to further We Think Code's mission to make sure that we're delivering training on a broader scale within the colleges themselves. Along with that is also making sure that we try to secure funding from the government as well, so that we can also build our economic stability within We Think Code. Swaki, who I'm not sure if she's on the team, is she's the one that brings our work to life and helps us to communicate it as well as she does. So she is the marketing manager who is driving all of our communication online and offline, and is in charge of building our relationship with our various stakeholders across the board. So I think that's the rough summary that I can give, and looking forward to meeting you guys soon.
Thank you so much, Ru. Is anyone from the tech team in the call? Eman or Fen? Javi? Can you hear me, Ru?
Yeah, we can hear you. They're not in the call at the
They're not in.
moment.
That's fine. You will meet the tech team at a later point. Right now we're gonna move on to the operations team.
Alright, so in terms of the operations team, as I mentioned, I am the director of operations. So my department is basically in charge of overseeing your entire student experience. So making sure that all guidelines, procedures, and policies are put in place. If you guys are experiencing any issues, we are your go-to people. Yeah, so in our team, I have Amanda. She is our operations coordinator. And then we have Shafiq. Shafiq is our tech. Oh, okay, there's a question. Okay, sorry. Right, and then you have tech, Shafiq is our tech operations officer. And then we also have Jay. So Jay is in charge of student engagement and retention. So he's in charge of all the fun stuff, all the fun events. Next week, you guys are, is it this week? Red and pink, right? Yeah. In charge of all the fun stuff within our operations team. But yeah, essentially my job is to make sure you guys have a smooth experience while you guys are on our campuses, ensuring that you guys are working in a very good environment. Okay, yeah. Cool, that is the operations team. But to mention, you also have Leonardo, who's also our operations coordinator, but he's based in the South Cape College. Cool, and then we work with all the different campuses. Cool.
Do you know if C is in the call?
I am in
Nani?
the call. Can you hear
Ah.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. As Rui had said, welcome to We Think Code. And I am the recruitment lead for We Think Code. I'm working alongside Wonderboy. We are both alumni. And so I graduated 2022. I was part of cohort 2020. Wonderboy graduated 2023. He was part of cohort 2021. And so one of the things that we really deal with our domain is actually the application phase. So from finding people to recruit to recruiting them. So everything that you go through from applying up until your bootcamp, that is directed by Wonderboy and myself. And so, yeah, just to give you guys an overview, please note that we receive on average around 53,000 applications. So we could only accept 90 people. You guys are 90. Do not disappoint us. Know why you're here and never decide of that. And that is all from recruitment.
Thank you, Z. Performance team. Usanga coming for performance. How? Yeah, chance.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is. Oh, I should give you an opportunity. Good morning. It's doing well. I'm sensing a bit of tension, but I'm also nervous just standing here. So you're not alone. My name is Busang Mushi. I am part of the performance team, and shockingly, I'm also an alumni. What is so shocking? So in my team, we have Coben, who is the actual performance lead of the performance team. Who's currently on leave. And then we have Lee, Durahim Lee, and he is in Cape Town. And we have Mpomo Fokeng. You'll be seeing Mpomo Fokeng a lot. He's coming into campus as well. And then there's me, and then there's Peter. Maybe you guys will be seeing some Peter as well on campus. And then we have Zubair, who is in South Cape. And then there is Beggy, Umuzi Villa, that's right there, also known as Sunny. So people just call them Sunny, you know, you find. So usually how it goes is that we have recruitment. Okay, so however long I hold the notes means that's how long you guys will be stuck close to you. So there is recruitment. So as you said, that's right. So that's recruitment, and then you have training, right? So the training part is mostly us, the performance team, and we will be helping you along that 6. Okay. 16 months goes very quickly. And at the same time, it's going to go extremely slow. Yeah. Right? And just to correct Kile, it gets tough from the get-go. Things have changed. So from day three, I think everyone will be crying. Yes. Right? But then you don't cry alone. We are here. You have each other to help each other out as well. And hopefully we do that for the rest of the 60 months. Right? Cool. And then we'll give you more details on how actually we'll be working together along all the 60 months. Capiche? Capiche?
Okay, and up next we have Ruan. Ruan?
Cool. Hi, I'm Ron. I'm pretty sure you guys are all nervous and probably excited, but everything's going to be all right. I know it's a lot to take in, but just take this week, just be present, and listen, take notes, and just know that like all the information will be available afterwards. So I'm a student from 2018 in Joburg. I live in Cape Town now. I moved here after I graduated, to work at the Cape Town campus. South Cape College. South Cape is, I think the garden route is very dear to my heart. I spent like 7 years living there. I spent a lot of time as a carpenter in Grootbrak, can you believe? So South Cape, hopefully I will get to visit you guys quite a lot. And yeah, check it out. So I'm really excited for you guys to join We Think Code. I think you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. So accreditation, I make sure that you guys sign the right documents. The performance team, leads the content that you guys will be busy with. So I just make sure that all your documents are signed and submitted, and I answer your questions with everything related to that. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing time at We Think Code. It's such an honor and a privilege to be studying at We Think Code. It really is a life-changing course, and grab it to the fullest. Grab it, embrace it. Ask questions, speak, don't be shy. Reach out to anyone, use the communications platforms. And for the guys in South Cape, I know a lot of you are Afrikaans. You're welcome to reach out to me. I'll answer if needs be in Afrikaans as well. So yeah, I'm just super excited for you guys, and I look forward to meeting you. Cool. Cheers.
Thank you, Ruan. I think I'm gonna have to go back and do a big summary of how many people that are alumni who are part of We Think Code now. Mpho, are you in the call?
I am. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mputi Pitso. I'm the placements lead at We Think Code. Also on the call, we have Homoto, who is the placements coordinator. So I'm an alumni, Homoto isn't. So that's another person who's an alumni of We Think Code. I'm from cohort 2021, so the same cohort as Joanna's, Shafiq, and majority of the performance team, actually. So a big part of placements, what we do is we make sure that we can prepare you guys for the world of work. So what we do is we do workshops with you guys, work readiness, interview readiness workshops. So we make sure that you guys have your profiles ready, know what to expect when you do go out onto internship, when you do go and do interviews. So we're the people that prepare you for what is to come at the end of We Think Code. So you won't really see a lot of Homoto and I. We only get involved with you guys in like the last 6 months of the program. So for you guys on the call, we'll most probably start to see you from January or December of this year. But we are always available for any questions you may have. We are the people who you engage with probably the last when you're about to finish We Think Code. And we also see a spike in wanting to get to know us when you're about to finish the program, because you think we're the ones who can get you the job opportunities that you're looking for. But I think a big thing that we need to say is Placements isn't guaranteed, and it's all about the effort that you put into your time at We Think Code. As everyone has said, that you all worked as hard as you did to make it through your application phase, your bootcamp phase, and now to be accepted into the program with as many people who applied for it. So let that not be something that you forget when you do make it to the end. And know that yes, you are here to learn a skill, you're here to gain tools, but also remember the end goal is that you guys are going to be developers, techies at the end of the day. And the types of roles that you're going to go to require you to have some technical skills. So as you are going through the program now, let that be something that you keep in the back of your mind that, yes, I want to be a We Think Code graduate at the end of the day, but I also want to be a software developer. And that makes it easy for Khmutz and I to be able to find placement opportunities that align with the things that you like within industry. Yeah, but definitely look forward to seeing you guys, and I'll talk to you guys more during my placement session during the week.
Thank you, Rich Auntie. Okay, I'd like to do just a quick summary of what we saw here. So from the placements team, I need you to count with me. Mpo is alumni. Accreditation, one is alumni. Performance, everyone is alumni. From recruitment, everyone is alumni. From the operations main team, only 2 people are not alumni. No, not. Yeah. From the technical team, Ben and Javi are alumni. From the finance team, oh, okay, no one is there. Okay. From the CEO's office, Tiffany, Lawrence, and Sam are close to 85%, 90% of staff is alumni. Yeah. So basically, We Think Code believes in its own product to a point that it has more of it. Right. So now let's hear more about the code of conduct with Gail.
Different stuff. The code of conduct. How will find the code of conduct, right? You guys familiar with it? You study it, you understand it. Okay, cool. So the code of conduct is there as guidelines to define any acceptable behaviors, ethical standards, and expectations that we think of. So some of the expectations are you guys are going to be required to be on campus for 40 hours a week. Okay, so we'll be tracking your attendance. The reason why we do this is because We Think Code is a work simulated environment, meaning that we're already preparing you for the world of work. Okay, so I'm just gonna get more into it, but you guys are gonna be logging in if you are gonna be able to come to campus. We're working on simple pay in order to put in your leave. If you have any queries, you reach out to us. Similar to your workplace, essentially. So again, with the peer-to-peer learning environment as well, the reason why you're working with your peers is because we're preparing you and you guys actually work. Right? When you're at work, you're not sitting in a corner by yourself typing out your code. Okay. All right, so with the code of conduct, please familiarize yourselves with it. It will basically outline all of the values and expectations of what we expect of you as a We Think Code student. It also outlines the disciplinary process. So in as much as we expect you guys to complete the program, a lot of our students do drop off, and it's mostly because of silly things like not attending, sexual harassment, things that guys you shouldn't actually be doing. All right, so please understand the disciplinary process. Dismissals, there's 2 types of dismissals that could happen at We Think Code. The first one being academic exclusion. So if you guys are not performing despite all of the support that we provide to you, if you guys are not reaching out, you'll be working very closely with Jay as well if you are falling behind to get back on track. If all efforts are being put in place and you guys are still not, getting back on track, you will be dismissed. All right. And then the second one is behavioral exclusion. So as I mentioned, it's for silly stuff like if we tell you to not smoke in a non-smoking area, you guys smoking, then we don't dismiss. Things like sexual harassment. If someone doesn't want to be touched, don't touch them, guys. As basic as that, right? It sounds very silly, but it happens quite a lot. Okay, respect people's personal spaces and boundaries. Please. We're all adults, so I expect that this will be an issue. Okay. Yeah, but it's other things like also not coming to campus, not communicating properly. At work, if you don't show up to work, you let your boss know, right? So we expect the same here at people. If you're unable to come, you let us know, and you either provide your doctor's note or explanation of what went wrong. But again, communication is key here at people. A lot of students will just disappear. Guys, you can't just disappear at work. Okay? You will be fired. So the same process will be followed here at Code where you will be dismissed. Okay? And then lastly, there is also an appeals process. So as I said, we keep processes fair, and we keep processes the same for everyone. So if you do feel like you want to put in an appeal, there's also an appeals process put in place about 2 weeks after you're dismissed to provide evidence or whatever of why you don't feel like you should be dismissed. All right. So please familiarize yourself with the code of conduct. It not only holds you accountable for your behaviors, it also makes sure that our process is also fair on our side. Cool. Cool. So I've already touched on a few of the expectations, but firstly, it is a 16-month commitment. You guys sign contracts, right? Yes. Did you read the contracts? Are you familiar with them?
Be honest.
Yes. Just finding. Please, if you haven't, and if you're not familiar with it, please read it again. Okay. Same with the code of conduct. Right? It's a 16-month commitment. And also attending for minimum 40 hours a week. As I mentioned, we will be tracking your performance. Your attendance. And then at the end, there's a 1 4-month work placement where you guys will be working for to find placements. So just to explain, when it comes to our placement process at Within Code, it starts off as an internship. So see it as like an extended interview for the company to see if you're a good fit for them. And then if you are, they absorb you permanently. So most of our placements start as a 4 to 6 month internship. Okay, but in whole. And then once they absorb you, you are required to do a 1-year work payback commitment in order to pay back for the service. You guys know you're studying for free, right? It's free for you, but it's not actually free. Someone's paying for tuition, right? So in return, they're expecting the technical skills. That's why they're investing in you. So you are required to basically work for those organizations that are sponsoring you. Okay, cool. And then also being a productive and contributing member of meeting. So when something guys that show up, sit at your computer, tablet, phone, and use. Please be productive members, contribute, work with your peers in order to become better. Okay. So again, we just expect you guys to be contributing members of the Within Code community. We have different student committees that you can join. Jay will get into that, but there's a lot that you guys can do outside of just coding as well. Okay. You do have a legal obligation, as I mentioned, it's free for you, but it's actually not free. A legal obligation to pay back your tuition if you do drop out. All right. So yeah, that is also in your contract. And also just learning to work in a diverse team and delivering work within the required grades. So you'll see the performance team will get into how your projects basically work. But again, there are set deadlines that you need to meet in terms of submitting your projects and things like that. Again, we're preparing for the world of work. If your manager says that something like this thing, you must be done. You can't come with excuses, oh, this happened, what that happened, whatever. All right. So again, learning how to work in a diverse team and delivering work as expected. Cool. Lastly, being an ambassador and flying the Within Code flag high. All right. We started off with the code of 90. We're sitting at 400 per year because of our alumni. All right. 480, as I stand corrected this year. And that's because of our alumni. The way they represent us out there when they go to these companies, that we work quite hard to get you guys in. The way that they behave is what determines the partners come back on us. All right. So when you're wearing that Within Code badge, please make sure you uphold it the best way possible. So when you guys are walking in the streets misbehaving, guess what? Partners actually do come to us and say, we saw Within Code students smoking, drinking, and whatnot. So your behavior actually dictates how successful as a program we are. Okay? So please always keep in mind the fact that to keep our doors open, it really does depend on you guys. Okay? Cool. Stipends. You guys know you'll be receiving stipends, right? Yes, right?
The first thing they knew.
Okay, cool. So just to explain, your program is free in the sense that there is a sponsor that will be allocated to you who will pay for your funding, right? There's also stipend that you will receive. Just to explain, guys, stipend is there to pay for your accommodation, to help you with transportation, to come to campus, It's not there, guys, to pay for a gym membership. Every year we get emails, my stipend is late, I need to pay gym membership. No, it's not there to supplement your lifestyle. Okay? It's not there to pay for your kids' crash and preschool and whatnot. You laugh, but guys, it's time for real. There's students who email saying I need to pay for my kids' schooling, I need to be in the gym, my car broke down, I need to pay for it. No, it's literally there to assist you with coming to campus. That's it. All right, it's there to supplement and assist. It's not there to change your entire lifestyle. Correct? Are we clear on that? Please, no emails about gym membership, guys. No, please, not this yet. Cool. So as I mentioned, it is tuition free. So we provide you with the training. So access to computers, access to the performance team, access to everything to help you guys finish the program. It is all funded. All right. We do get our funding from various sources, but again, the partnerships team will cover that a bit more in detail. And then in terms of allocations, it is dependent on sponsors. So every year we get new sponsors who will pay for your tuition, and they all do it for various reasons. And then you will be allocated to a sponsor based on various criteria, either in financial background. Some partners maybe want to fund females, some partners maybe want to fund people from certain areas. It all depends on, but everyone will be allocated a sponsor essentially. Okay. So as I mentioned, the purpose is to assist with transportation related and also to attend campus, intended to support with your commuting. That's it. Okay. For SCC, your tuition and stipend as well as accommodation, because I think in South Cape, you guys are provided with accommodation. They are provided with accommodation that is paid for by Standard Bank, Tutua Foundation, as well as the JP Morgan Chase Foundation. CJC, you guys are funded by DG Murray Trust, as well as the Caterpillar Foundation. Okay, but again, we will touch more on that when she covers different partnerships. Stipends are paid on the last day of the month. When you guys are doing registration, you provide us with our your banking details. That's where your stipend will be paid. Cool. Any questions on stipend? Yes.
With regards to the sponsors, which about having a sponsor access? Does it mean we will see partners and coach them, and then does the company ever get to it?
No. So sponsorship and work placements are intertwined, but they're very separate in the sense that there are partners who will fund students and actually want to absorb them. But we also have partners that you guys will go and do placements with that are not sponsoring you specifically. All right. So we have a large pool of partners. Some partners fund, but they don't absorb. Okay. But again, we'll get more into detail with that. But the company that sponsors you, not all of them will absorb. Cool. Cool. So as I mentioned when I started, we do take quite a lot of pride in terms of ensuring that our cohorts are diverse. We're quite inclusive when it comes to recruitment. So one of the things we also focus on is ensuring that we're able to support students with disabilities. Cool. So we try to promote this inclusivity and diversity. So you will be required to basically disclose if you do have a disability or not. It is optional, but the reason why we do want you to disclose is to ensure that we support you guys as efficiently as possible. Okay, so it is confidential. So the only people who will have access to that information is the operations team, who basically determine how best can we support you based on your disclosed disability. Okay, so students will not know about that. Yeah, so in terms of we provide some program adjustments in order to support you. So for instance, maybe if you have issues with your eyes, we'll try to provide some screen modifications, for example. If you have a physical disability, making sure that you have this to the actual campus and accessibility tools and whatnot. Okay. So you will be receiving a form today to complete. Everyone is required to complete it, whether you have a disability or not. If you do, you'll say yes and then complete the form. If no, you'll just say all right. So we just also want to just make a count of making sure everyone has completed the form. And then if you are disclosing, you will be required to provide a doctor's note just confirming your disability. Okay. Deadline needs to be completed by next Monday. So you have a week to complete and get all the supporting documents if you do have any. It is again mandatory for everyone to complete. So again, it's a deadline. Please submit by the stipulated deadline. If you have any issues, you reach out and let us know. You don't just sit and not complete it. Cool. Yeah, submission of documents on time is a problem with our cohorts. I don't want to see it this year. Please, if you are told to submit something and you have an issue, just let us know beforehand, not after the fact. Cool. No questions around this? Okay, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute bathroom break. Just to catch our breaks, right? Go to the bathroom and then please be back in the next 5 minutes. So South Cape, we're just taking a 5 and then back in. Please be back around 12, 1 minute to 12. Quick 5.
Right, before you guys go, is there any number in we know someone? All right, yeah, let's have a 10-minute break.
Send the register if you haven't. Just let people know that you're present. Which one?
Right, let's continue the program for the day. It's just a few more items and then we can start with the serious stuff. Okay, I'm not saying everything else was not serious. Just say, okay. All right. Where's Amanda? Oh, there you are. All right. I'm gonna call Amanda to come and talk more about campus operations. Please welcome Amanda.
Guys, can everyone hear me? Yes? All right, so I'll be speaking on attendance. As you know, all stipulated contract students have to be on campus for 8 hours. You have to meet the minimum requirement of 8 hours and 40 hours a week. When it comes to taking leave, you are only allowed to take 1 day of leave a month. 1 day of leave per month. And it has to be an emergency, guys. It can't be a when you're logging leave. And you have to provide a reason when you're logging leave, but don't provide a reason yourself. I'm just tired today. I just wanted to relax. I wanted to think. I needed to take my small cousin to the crash. It's your responsibility to be here. It is more benefits for you to be here. So it's very important that you are here. You are getting more help if you are here on campus. If you are sitting at home with your PC, there's no performance manager at home if something is not working for you online, your code is not working or anything. So you are better off on campus. That's clear. You can stay at home if you are really sick, and please provide a medical certificate that will serve as proof as to why you are at home. You don't just take a day off and just decide not to come. And just so you know, when we do check attendance, as Elias mentioned, and if we see that you are not coming at all, VP has the right to revoke from this. The partnership team works very hard for you to be here, so we expect you to be here on campus. Is that clear? So we do have the right to revoke your stipend because that means you're not using the stipend for the correct thing with this transport, because that money is for you to be here. Yes. So guys, please log in leave on simple pay. We provide a reason as to why you are not coming. If you have a medical certificate, please do that. If you are someone who's attending mosque, temple, please also mention that. I know some people go to mosque or temple on Wednesdays, or Tuesdays, or Fridays, but please, there has to be some sort of proof that goes with that logging of leave. Is that clear? Yeah. If you have any other thing in terms of attendance, you can reach out to the campus team and we will then help you further. And then I want to speak on accommodation. We think we'll only provide accommodation for the campus in ACC. That's the only campus we are providing accommodation for. And there are rules that come with you staying at the SCC campus. Some are mentioned in the application form that the SCC students signed, but I'll just read a few. Students are meant to take their belongings with them when they have to go home. There's a responsibility of the students to make sure that the hostel is clean. Like guys, if you're living with people, you have to keep the space clean. So can you please make sure that the space is clean? Anyone can sweep, anyone can mop. We don't want things like cockroaches starting to fest in rooms and stuff like that. Make sure if there's food left over, if it's not in the fridge, you throw it away. But guys, can you just make sure that we keep the hostel clean, the place clean, and that makes it pleasant for everyone to be in it. Students also are not allowed to be in each other's races. So the females can't go to where the men are, and the guys can't go to where the females are. That's clear, right? And then students are compelled to avail themselves whenever there's narcotic tests that are made or searches. This applies for here as well. If there's research that needs to happen, if students have to comply to those things. Yes. I just want to stress it once again, guys. Please make sure that you come to campus. It is very important that you come to campus and you meet our. You being here has such a great effect on the overall achievement of Leaping Code. Because if you come here with a problem and you see that you've been attending, everyone who's at Leaping Code would want to assist you. But if you go AWOL and then you come back the day a month before graduation, I don't think you're gonna get help from anyone from the performance team saying that you need to pause. I don't think you're gonna get help. So please, guys, it is your responsibility to make sure that you are on campus. We do sign a register, but do sign an at the back because you're not added on the biometrics yet. So as we wait for that, you will be signing a register every day. It is your responsibility to come in the morning and sign the register. It is your responsibility before you leave to sign out after your 8 hours. Is that clear? If you need to take a half day and you suddenly feel sick, please, you need to log in, leave for half day any other day. It is important that you're logging in everything and there is record of anything that has to do with your attendance. When you are an AWOL student, you are dismissed as well because then it means you're not part of the program. AWOL means you are not on campus and you're not present for a very long time. Your performance as well is not the best, but if you're a AWOL student, you are also dismissed. It does qualify you to be dismissed. Is that clear? Yes. And yeah, that's all from me. And if there any questions in regards to attendance? Certainly.
Coming as well. Except for example, maybe 40 hours.
Yes, yes, you can come on Saturday. Yes. Yeah.
I read from the contract that all of this you must say. I don't know if I can say directly proportion with this and this.
Can you say that again?
It's on hours.
Please.
Based on the hour.
Yes. We can't also get a stipend and receive hours. It doesn't even make sense. So you're gonna receive a stipend because you are here from Monday to Friday for 8 hours. Is that clear? Please, guys, don't forget to sign the register. It is your responsibility to make sure that you sign the register. Anything signed after 10, you are marked absent. If you come in at 10:05, you are marked absent. Is that clear? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Amanda. So now we're gonna talk tech operations with Shafiq. Welcome, Shafiq.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Well, none of you guys know me. SEC, you guys saw me for about 5 months. It's nice to meet all of you guys in CJC. Biometrics, right? SEC currently isn't running biometrics. However, we will be loading each one of you guys on the biometric scanner outside the door at CJC campus. Right? This is just an additional means of tracking your attendance and ensuring we have the right people that's coming in and out of the classrooms. No tailgating, please guys. Let the one person sign in and then sign in after them. Not your friend sign in and you just tap down and go in after them. Yeah, and then the use of academy resources such as the desktops, the keyboards, the mouses. No food or drinks on tables near anything. If you break it, you buy it. Right? We can't just replace everything that breaks. So please be mindful. Take care of the things that you guys are working on. Yeah, and then if you have any issues with the desktops or any of the machinery, you'll reach out to me. shafiq@withinkcode.co.za, and I'll try to assist you. But when emailing me, please be specific, not just my PC is broken or the PC isn't working. There could be 10 other things that's causing it not to work. Yeah, and then we do have requests for people that are doing hackathons to reach out to me for a laptop to use for that set period of time. SEC, unfortunately, we don't have laptops for you. You guys are over too far. But yeah, that's just it. Just look after the equipment, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Shafiq. So we come to this now. Johannes is not in, so I'm gonna stand in for you. I'm Jay once more, not Johannes. Okay, sharp. I'm Johannes, and I'll talk to you about this. All right, but please don't call me Johannes. That's my uncle's name. All right. So for student loans, right? So we have a number of initiatives that we doing. As Wisam said, from the point of view of performance, it's gonna get hectic. And as people that have been through the curriculum ourselves, we know it's gonna get hectic. Can't even count the number of times that I wanted to give up when I was a student because of how hectic it was. But we are trying to come up with things that will allow you to get your minds off code every now and then, right? So if you need a one-on-one, please reach out. If counseling is what you need, please reach out. We have psychosocial support within code. Like I said in the morning, we have women in code, and we would like to have representatives from. So we have women in code as a movement, and then we have a committee for within code to support that movement. So we need a few of you women to help us from this campus to make sure that whatever is being done in all the other campuses can be done at CJC and SEC as well. So please do reach out to us. I'll give you an email address that you can email regarding that, right? So we have an engagement platform. We call it Matrix. We're not only using Slack, for those who know us from Slack. We're gonna add it to the groups there. There will be other groups that you can have. Can create any other groups as long as it works for creative or it's work related. Please don't have anything that is inappropriate for a workplace. You can have your support groups there. It's fine. Can call it Siakala. It's fine. Can have it. Can have it as that. What we are saying is that we're trying to come up with ways for you to every now and then just get your mind off code. We don't want you at these copies telling people about data structures. I think they're not interested. They have bigger problems. All right. So we also have a few jobs that you can sign up for. I should have edited the slides because some of these don't really apply to you. We don't have front desk at public campuses because they have their own reception. And there's a few of you who would like to be part of that. We're gonna have jobs for Content Club. The two gentlemen in the back there, they are part of the Content Club at the Joburg campuses, right? So we're also trying to help you that talent that you have, we're trying to use it. So they can do it in code with it that content. And we are using that talent and we're paying them. We're paying you, right? Right, and the sourcing team has what we call a recruitment ops, or you can call them for open days. If we want to go out and preach about within code or go to other varsities and still their students, or just any drive that is going to allow us to talk about within code out there, please volunteer for this. This one is not a paid job, by the way. When not get it, said something about being involved in the community. This is what we're talking about. The We Think Code community, the Women Think Code community, it's not paid. It's you volunteering for time. The student social wellness committee, it's not a paying job. It's you volunteering your time. But guess what? Come the time, we will know your face. I won't say with what time to do, but when that time comes, we know your face. Then if you are to be someone who comes to within code, sit at your desk, do your 8 hours sitting there, don't engage with others, not involved in the community, we don't even know you. So rather make sure that we have. Guys, I used to volunteer, but I make sure that the director of campus knows volunteer. The balcony was 80, I would go to her and say, where can I get the room? I know where to get the room, but I want her to know. And then I went there and I swept the balcony. And it worked for me. So there's also technical mentors. This is a paid job. So when first years come in, somewhere around this time next year, somewhere around this time next year, you guys will be seniors. So some of you will have to sign up to be mentors, to mentor those guys and help them to get into the culture of being a within good student. It's a paying job. Volunteering. This one you need to do most of the time. You need to volunteer for everything. If possible, if you come in and you see that the classroom is dirty, if you want to volunteer for that, it's your environment. Take responsibility for it. All right. So the next point that I'm gonna come to is student behavior. Oh, sorry, before we get to that, if you need one-on-one support or you need counseling, we have a counselor by the name of Eileen. Just send an email to campus team@withincode.co.za. The subject line should be counseling request. Right now, you may not need it. You know which project is gonna make you need it. We're gonna send you these slides. You will know which point of contact to use. But please use these resources that we have. But before then, come and have a conversation with me. Let's see if you're still gonna need counseling after that. I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist, I'm not in that. I'm not a qualified therapist, but I know life. So come, let's talk. If you still need counseling, then I'll refer you to Aileen. All right. So with Aileen, after you send that email for counseling request, she will send you an invitation for the session. You're gonna have a maximum of 2 sessions per month. You can have a maximum of 4 sessions before she refers you to Vescopis. You know, I'm joking. No one is gonna go to Vescopis. All right. So for wellness workshops, we have a number of them that are run by Eileen, and we also have other organizations coming to Within Code to talk to you about anything mental, anything that is related to your mental health. All right. So please take part in those things. We saw a need for us to have those things. We work very hard to go out and have these partnerships with these people so that they can help you. It's gonna get tough, guys. It's gonna get really. If you thought bootcamp was tough, it's nothing. That's a weekend within code. So if by Wednesday at bootcamp you wanted to quit, trust me, every Wednesday you're gonna want to quit. So please make use of the resources that we have, right? There is also student behavior. Self-love is one of the things that we expect you to have. Be clean yourself. Don't make your fellow students want to sit a bit far from you because I can't even say. Be clean. Keep your environment clean. Your desk. Let's not have plastic and cans and all of those things on your desk. Doesn't show that you're clean. All right. Keep your campus clean as well. Having plastics on the floor as well. It's not a good presentation. If you were eating something, stand up yourself and go throw it out. Be selfless with your time. Then you see it. Be selfless. Give. Then the number of people that we have here that are experienced, it's through them that we at some point are going to have a much bigger number of people that are not struggling to code. Make use of those people. If ever you go to any one of them and they don't want to help you, please send them. Just say on the side, tell me that they didn't want to help. Okay, have mutual respect. What we prefer to do is that from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock every day, it's quiet hours. It's quiet hours. It's a time when a lot of people just prefer to be doing their work. So if you need help, I'm not saying don't go out and look for help. I'm just saying talk to him when he's close to you in a way that shows that he's close to you. I can't be talking to him like Bekumosi can hear. Okay, Sanele, let's go. But Sanele can hear. I can't be talking to her, but they're at the corner, they can hear me. That's not me talking to her. Let's respect others. There will be a time when people have to join calls and be on meetings and all of those things. Let's respect others. I know the sound on these PCs is quite good, but we are not here for DJing. It's not a battle of the DJs here. It's a battle of the coders. All right. So please take responsibility. Always be at your best behavior. Our partners sometimes just come in for a visit unexpectedly. The people that paid for you guys to be seated at those chairs, they come and visit every now and then. So please be in a behavior that when they come in here, they are proud to know that they have paid for you to be here. So if they come in here and when you are standing on a desk, come on, or you are sleeping, what are you doing when we are? Let's be serious. If you've never had work experience before, this is what it's gonna be like now. Some of you are straight from school and now we're gonna teach you how to be serious. But at the same time, we're expecting you to be adults. All right, so within code is a work simulated environment. So learn to use your communication channels. If you're not gonna be in school on time, email someone and tell you. If you know that you're not gonna make it at all, email someone and tell you. Email campus team. I'm sorry. Email campus team. Keep Sanel in copy so that he also knows that 5 people are gonna be at least late or 5 people are not gonna be here. Email campus team. Keep Sanel in copy. And for those in South Cape, please keep Lonabo in copy. All right. And always always practice Ubuntu. I think now we are happy to take any questions that you guys have. And then we're gonna sort of halfway read the day. But let's start with questions. Yes, sir.
With the volunteer work as with the like that when something about it on screen.
We do provide transportation, yes. Yes. No, it doesn't. It adds on to the side. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
In terms of attendance, when does the time officially start ticking? What time people arrive? You can still be counted. 7 o'clock.
Yeah. The official starting time is 8 o'clock. So if you want to be here earlier, that's fine. But we're not the same as private campuses where you can arrive at 6 o'clock because they have security there. We don't have security to open the doors. So rather, let's say 7:30, you should be here for 8 o'clock. If you arrive anytime after that, you know my answer to that. Yes, sir.
Is Saturday open?
Saturday we were open, but you're gonna have to arrange your performance. But if you also arrange with Sunday. Yeah. But yes, you can make up your hours on Saturday. But I'm not saying come here for 8 hours for 4 hours every day, and then on Saturday you want to sleep here. It doesn't like that. Yes, sir.
So I want to find something you won't come find. Then you replace one of the hours with Saturday.
Yeah, okay. That can work. But for only for a good reason. But that is not a good reason. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Just for interesting, why do you shift from Slack to Regis?
It's totally economical. Yeah. Okay. You know what? It's economic. We're an NPO, okay. The people don't give us money, we don't have. And if they give us money and we decide to pay so much for our land, but there are other free platforms that doesn't make financial sense. Any other questions? No other questions. All right. I think then we can wrap up day 1 of induction. Thank you for your attention. Yeah. Induction is over. Yeah. Induction is over. I think we can also stop sharing to the South Cape people. Bye. Thank you. All right. So there's a number of things that we're going to do now. Wonder Boy, bye-bye. Tian. Okay.